Hi, friends. Welcome back to the space. Thank you for tuning in. Today, I want us to bring the focus on the breath and how the breath is a powerful alchemical tool that we have when dealing with our mind sphere or mind realm, and just kind of calming the thoughts. If you've ever had an anxiety attack, you'll know that when such a thing comes, it's usually with an influx of thoughts, and then it compromises your breathing system, and you immediately feel like you are not able to breathe. You feel like you're suffocating. And so when we harness the power of our breath, we're able to transmute so many situations that we may find ourselves in. We're able to still the waters of the mind, to calm the thoughts. Once we're able to calm the thoughts, it is the first step in self-mastery, because truly, when the mind is still, we can act from discernment, we can act from true will, the will that is our Father's, because I and my Father are one, so we must have the same will. Our mind must be united, and our mind being united means that there is a level of calmness within the mind, because when you're calm, you make the best decisions when there's no confusion. So confusion is usually when the mind is conflicting with various thoughts and ideas, and to simmer that down and to just end it is by going into the breath. Or if you're facing a situation or a downpour or this flooding in of a lot of thoughts, and previously I would be like, can it just stop, because it's just overwhelming. But I didn't have the understanding of how our breath is such a powerful tool in coming back into center, coming back into our oneness with this present moment, because ultimately this present moment is where we can feel the most grateful, the most calmness, because we're not in some future and we're not in the past of our mistakes or our anything that the mind is trying to tell us. We don't have to be at one end of the spectrum, on any of the end of the spectrums, and we can be centered here and now. And so just coming back into the breath, and even before you enter into the world of pranayama and different breathing techniques, simply just understanding that you can take this inhale and exhale that completely grounds you. If you can take a moment throughout your day to just even pay attention or take awareness of your breath, and you will notice your own breathing patterns the more and more you become aware of, because regularly in this kind of fight or flight lifestyle that we live in, this world that is the algorithm, it is necessary to overcome the regular programming, because regularly we're not aware of our breath, so we kind of lose touch of this very powerful operation that is going on within our system, and we can easily tune ourselves back in by just becoming aware of the patterns of our breath. So it's something that once you become aware of, you notice your patterns more and more. You notice how much or how shallow your breath regularly is, and you can just kind of attune and taking those filling your belly and then filling your chest. Like, it's such a powerful tool. And if we were taught this from a young age, I think we would all have better emotional regulation, better in tuneness with our own intuition and our own self-knowing, because we know we know our breath, and that is so intimate with ourselves, the pattern of breath. Like, if you listen to your friends or family or a loved one, their pattern of breath, you realize that each person is in their own rhythmic cycle of breathing. And so even our nose is like having a different cycle. 1 hour it's like your left nostril that is dominant in inhale or exhale, and then another after a few hours. It's like it's cyclical. Everything in nature is moving in patterns, and the more and more we tune into that, we are able to just have more self-awareness, which is ultimately bringing us into this knowing of thyself. When we know thyself, we can take choices, we can make choices from the place that is our most authentic self. And we just deal with situations so much better. We respond rather than reacting, because we can take a moment to just breathe, and also to just remove ourselves from what the mind is telling us, because sometimes what our mind is telling us is not the reality of the situation. And so we can just kind of tune out that chatter and come into reality, and then see things for what they truly are. But not to make this super long, I just want the awareness of breath. This is a kind of reminder to myself as well, like anytime the turbulence starts arising, we have the be still and know that I am here with us with our breath. And this ultimately just brings us closer, like a magnetic pull, into the presence and the unfathomableness of this nothingness and everything that is in our breath. Because it's almost like a nothing. It's just a breath. Like, what is it, right? But it's so powerful, and it's our life force, because life force is all around us. And if life force is all around us, and we do an inhale and exhale, meaning that life force is within us. And this is again how everything is within you. So just remember that when everything seems shaky, you can literally just come here and be with the breath, and that alone is enough. And you are so blessed, so loved, so loved, and life is unfolding. So be here now and be grateful in this presence and in this opportunity that we have to breathe. So thank you, and bye-bye.